Good morning guys, and welcome back to another video here from the incredible city of Ljubljana. Here we are currently in Ljubljana. We're currently walking through the central main market, but today is a food day and I'm so excited because there are some places that I'm dying to try here in Slovenia that will probably serve some of the best Slovenian food that you can find anywhere on the planet. There's going to be so much traditional authentic food and obviously hopefully some sweets as well just to balance it all out, but there's so much food here in Slovenia and it's probably one of the most underrated cuisines here in Europe. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead, we're going to start eating our way through this city. It's going to be an incredible food tour, so let's go ahead and let's start finding some of the best food here in the city of Ljubljana. Alright, first stop of the day, we've come to a really nice traditional place here in the center of Ljubljana. It's a place called Struklji, or My Dumplings, Slovenia. And what do? They do Struklji, which is a traditional Slovenian dumpling. Now, dumplings here are not like Asian dumplings. They are Slovenian style dumplings, almost like a roll. And I got a traditional one, kind of a sweet one. We're gonna start off the day a little sweet. This is a walnut-filled Struklji with buckwheat flour. It looks really good. I'm just smelling it right now. It smells incredible. What he does, he actually heats it up so that when you have it, it's all warm, nice and toasty. And then there's also a bit of sauce right on top of it that gives it a little bit of sweetness in addition to the sort of walnut that's wrapped inside the Struklji. But Struklji is a very traditional type of dessert here in, no, not dessert, but just like food here in Slovenia. And they have savory ones also. They have like cottage cheese, they have tarragon, they have many different types of Struklji. Obviously, I've gone with the traditional one, which is the buckwheat flour with walnut, so that seems very interesting. This place also does a lot of stews. However, their stews aren't ready yet. Very unfortunate, but we're gonna have more stews later today, I'm hoping. So I'm not too sad about missing out on the stew. But without further ado, let's go ahead and try our first Struklji. This is a walnut Struklji, and you can tell, I mean, just look at all the layers of the Struklji itself. You can see it's sort of wrapped up in these tiny little sort of crevices here. Let's go ahead and give it a try. That has got to be one of the best things I've had here in Slovenia. First off, the walnutty flavor adds a very nice sort of earthiness to the entire dough itself. And the walnut, they've made it into like a paste, like a very thin, almost like a walnut butter is the best way I can describe it. Then they use that walnut butter and weave it into this very soft dough. I thought it would be a little bit elasticy like dumplings are. That's not true. The dough here is cakey, it's bready, it's very incredibly soft. It's like literally biting into cotton, that's how soft it is. Then the sort of sauce on the top, it's like a nice little sweet sauce, but it's not overpoweringly sweet. It's still kind of nutty. I think maybe it's sort of like a nut paste that they put on top of it, maybe like a sweet nut butter on top, but that is incredible. It's very nice, strong, walnutty flavor. The texture is great. I love how soft it is, and the walnuts itself, the walnut butter, it's got a bit of like grittiness to it. That's really nice. That contrasts with the really sort of soft texture of the Struklji itself. And even the actual sauce that they put on top also has a little nice sort of like sugary grittiness to it that works out really well. But I love the flavors here. The contrast of the textures are also really nice. And just overall, the way they weave all that walnut into the little layers of dough, that is pretty impressive. A traditional Struklji here in Slovenia, a traditional dumpling. This is one of those must-get items when you're here in Slovenia, and I have to say, definitely well worth the effort.
With onion?
Yes, please, with onion. Yes. Thank you so much. Alright, for lunch today we've come to a place known as Restaurant Martinek. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's underground and it serves some local traditional Slovenian food, cafeteria style. It's so popular. Like, I can't tell you how many people are here. All locals. The menu is all written on a whiteboard and it's all in Slovenian. It's very authentic. It's a very traditional place, and I mean, looking at the people around me, they're all Slovenian. So I know I'm in the right spot when it comes to good local food. Now I've got quite a few things, and it's all actually added up to be quite affordable. So let's see what we've got. First, we've got a beef soup. The beef soup is really, really nice. There's even some pasta bits at the bottom. I didn't know what she was putting in the beginning, but she explained that there's sort of like a small little like pasta bits. And then we've got their steak, their beef sort of cut with some potatoes, and then I saw something very interesting, a potato salad. But a potato salad doesn't look like what I know as like a mayonnaise-y, creamy potato salad. It looks a bit watery, and then she puts fresh onions on top. That's how they do potato salad here in Slovenia. I didn't know that. I needed to try it out. But first off, let's go ahead and try the beef soup. The beef soup has a little bit of pasta in it. I'm just going to try the soup just by itself, which is a very clear soup. If you look at it, it's very watery, very clear. Let's go ahead and try it out. Whoa. The best part about the beef soup isn't actually the beefy flavor. It's got some vegetables in there, some like deep, earthy root vegetables. I don't know exactly what vegetables they put in there, but it might be like carrot, onion, something very earthy. It has like a earthy bitterness to it that really contrasts well with the beef. I know this is beef soup, but the beef flavor isn't the strongest flavor here. It's the earthy vegetable flavor that's inside. I'm gonna go ahead and get some of the pasta. I didn't know what it was at first, but she's telling me it's pasta, so let's go ahead and try it out. Oh yeah, that's just like tiny little bits of dough, tiny little bits of pasta. It's almost like rice. It's almost like rice. That's the best way I would describe it. Very, very nice. Very, very delicious. Like I said, the flavor of the soup, that's what really surprised me. Let's now move on to the beef. The beef color is a big color, and you can see it's covered in this sauce, this rich, thick, beefy sauce. Can't complain about that. We're gonna go ahead and oh wow. That was so tender, I didn't even try. Okay, I'm gonna get it in that sauce, because that sauce looks incredible. This was one thing that she really recommended. She was like, you really should try this. So, this is her recommendation. Let's go ahead and give it a try. That beef is stewed down to perfection. It is so soft, so tender, and all that beefy goodness has been absorbed into that sauce to the point where it's just one big beefy sauce. The sauce is actually quite peppery as well, but the beef, super, super tender. Yep, it doesn't melt in your mouth. It's got a little bit of chew to it. So it's quite nice, but you just know it's been cooking for a long, long time. It's been cooking down for a long, long time. Let's go ahead and get some of the potatoes. If you want to try out these fried potatoes, you're going to dunk them in a little bit in that sauce because that beefy sauce is heavenly. Let's go for it. Oh yeah, good, classic fried potatoes. What I really like is that they haven't over-fried it. So it's a perfect bounciness inside. It's not too fried. And inside it's actually quite airy, the potato. So not a bad potato at all. But what I do want to try is the potato salad. Slovenian potato salad is very different from potato salad I understand in the West. This potato salad looks completely different. It's not covered in mayonnaise. And who puts fresh onions on top of a potato salad? This is so weird to me. I'm just going to first try the potatoes by itself. Let's try it out. Oh, that's very interesting. That is a lot of vinegar. There's a lot of sourness in that potato salad. It's a very strong sour flavor. I think that's why you need the onions. The onions help to counter that sort of sourness. I haven't tried it yet with the onions, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some of the potato, some of the salad all together. Let's try it out. That is the most interesting potato salad I've ever had. It's sour. It's really sour. It's like they added lemon juice and vinegar and made it extra, extra sour. The onion, love the freshness of the onion. I just love raw onion anyways, but putting that with the sort of very sour potato, it does give it a nice different texture. Also, the potatoes are super soft. The fresh onions, super crispy, super crunchy. So adding a different flavor profile, different texture profile, also makes it really good. I've just never had a Slovenian potato salad, but this is very interesting. I've never had this before. Am I a huge fan? I can't say that I am, but it is a very different type of potato salad than anything I've ever tried before. Now the whole meal, all of this, the beef, the potato salad, the soup, all of it, €11.90. considering this is in the center of Ljubljana, where I'm getting so much food, like this is a massive portion. This is really, really well put price. Like this is, like I said, a place that everybody comes to. This is a very, very popular place. So very good, very authentic food. And I'm just gonna finish this up because it is absolutely delicious. Now, literally just as I put my camera down, the lady here said that I had to try some dessert. So she gave me this dessert free, which is this nice apple and cherry strudel. She said this is a very traditional Slovenian dessert. She really wanted me to try it, and wow, the people here are just so incredibly friendly. When you search for real local experiences, that's when you get the true hospitality of local Slovenians. But with that, we've got a really nice cherry strudel. You can see on the side here, the cherry is almost dripping out, but this is unlike any other strudel I've had before. It's perfectly baked. You can see it's got a little bit of like a crispy burnt edge on it. Never had a strudel like this, but apparently this is the way it's traditionally done here in Slovenia. So without further ado, I'm gonna go, oh wow. I just tried to cut through it, but it's like it's so difficult to cut through. It's like a skin, a very tough skin to bite through. Let's go ahead and just try it out. That's like a cherry pie covered in some dough on the outside with a little bit of oil in there. You can see my hand right now. It's a little bit shiny, a little bit oily from the actual dough itself. I think they add a little bit of butter or something like that to make it a little bit oily. But the cherries are molten down. They're just like a paste in there. That is delicious. That is so good. This is unlike any other strudel I've had before. It's not cakey. It's not bready. It's almost like the dough and the fruit have been mangled together into one perfect combination. There is no difference between dough and fruit. It's just baked together to the point where they just absorb each other's flavors and just become one thing, the strudel. I think this is how it's supposed to be done. I think this is the traditional way of having a Slovenian strudel, and wow, this absolutely blew my mind away. I'm so glad you gave this to me. This is one of the best things I've had here in Slovenia. Wow, what an incredible meal that was. I'm just shocked by how good that traditional authentic Slovenian food was. The beef was amazing, so soft. And actually, you know, the potato salad, very different, not something I'm used to. And maybe I wasn't a fan at the beginning, but the more I ate it, the more I started appreciating it and enjoying it. It's still not my favorite thing in the whole world, but definitely it has its unique flavor. That sourness in the potato salad, the vinegar flavor in it really adds a different dimension. Definitely a very different potato salad, and of course, oh, the strudel. I can't believe she gave that to me, but I'm so happy that she did, because that is a delicious strudel. One of the best strudels I could ask for. Never expected for food to be that good, but wow, what an incredible place. You have to go underground for it. It's a very, very like hidden, sort of away place, but the line there is incredible. There's so many people there, and everybody who works around here, like there's a bank here, there's a few banks here. Everybody eats there. So that's how you know it's a good sign. The locals are all flocking there to get their lunches, and they're only open for lunch. So you can't get it for breakfast, you can't get it for dinner, you can only have it for lunch, and that's all they do. So they do a good lunch, and you know exactly where to go if you want to have lunch here in Ljubljana. Alright, next shop of the day, we've come to a slashikarna, which, as you know, is a sweet shop. And this place is called Slashikarna pri Vodnajoku. I think that's how you say it. It's located here in the old town, and it's got some really nice traditional Slovenian cakes. This is a very old school bakery. Like, just from the decor, you can tell it's a really old school place. Really, really old, classic Slovenian sweet shop. And that's what I love. That's what I love finding. Now, I've got two things that are classic Slovenian desserts that I knew I needed to get. First is a gibanica, a Primorska gibanica. This is a Slovenian dessert that's got poppy seeds, it's got apple, it's got layer after layer, nuts, everything involved. It's a very traditional Slovenian cake. And the second thing is a kremšita, which is basically a Bled cake. Now, just because we're not in Bled, in Lake Bled anymore, doesn't mean that you can't find kremšita here in Ljubljana. Let's just go ahead and start with the gibanica. The gibanica, as I mentioned before, it's a very traditional cake that mixes all the best elements of Slovenian desserts. It's got poppy seeds, it's got apples, it's got nuts, it's got pastry, it's got all the best little bits of flavors all mixed into one cake. That's why I love gibanica. I think it's one of the best inventions, the best culinary inventions possible. So without further ado, let's go ahead. I'm just gonna take a fork. Wow. You can literally see all the layers. You can see all the poppy seeds in there. There's so much going on in this one little slice of the cake. You can literally see all the different layers. Let's go ahead and give it a try. Oh, the gibanica's warm. I think they warmed this up for me. It's so nice when it's warm. Wow, when it's warm, the apples inside, they release more flavor. Because usually when it's cold, the poppy seeds are very overpowering. But here, the apples are warmed up and they like ooze out this nice sort of like caramelly thickness of apple flavor. Oh wow, I didn't know you're supposed to have a gibanica warm. This is the first time I've had a gibanica that's actually warm, and it's so much better when it's warm. The poppy seeds are nice, earthy flavor, but this is the best gibanica I've had because the poppy seed flavor isn't overpowering. You taste the apples and the apples sort of melt away because it's heated up. That is amazing. And you know what, from now onwards, I'm not accepting any gibanica unless it is warm, because this was amazing. Now, the next thing, a cremsita. I love cremsita, but the thing is, I've had some good cremsitas and I've had some bad cremsitas. So I am trying to decide whether this one is going to be a good one or a bad one. Let me go ahead. Oh wow. I'm going to go ahead and take a big fork full of it. I think the birds are actually coming after me because they want to have some of my desserts. Alright, let's go ahead and try out our first cremsita. Oh my god, it's the best cremsita I've ever had. The cremsita is amazing because the actual dough itself is not too flaky. It's actually a little bit cakey, and I prefer that because it's easier to eat. When you have a very puffy, puffed up sort of pastry on the cremsita, it's a mess to eat. You get a fork through and it just breaks and it just makes the whole cake fall apart. But here, you can keep the structure of the cake while it's still sort of digging in. The flavor, the cream, oh my goodness, that is the milkiest, creamiest cream I've ever had. It's the perfect flavor, and it's also super, super light. This might actually be the best cremsita I've had here in Slovenia. And the thing is, with cremsitas, the more natural your ingredients are, the better the cream you use, the better the cremsita is. And here, they do a really good cremsita. Okay, this is an amazing dessert. So happy I found this place, but I am stuffed, so we're gonna take a little break, and I'll see you guys later when we eat again. Can I get the crispy chicken burger?
Yes.
Yeah. And do you still have falafel?
Yeah.
Can I also get a falafel XL? Alright, well, the sun has officially set here in Ljubljana and it's time for dinner. And I've come to a little place, it's called Serazada. It's got some budget meals, fast food, and it's a classic place where students come to eat. In fact, this place is so popular that they actually have like a student meal that students usually come and just get the package meal because it's so good. And I've heard they do two things really, really well. A falafel wrap and a crispy chicken burger. In fact, some people say the crispy chicken burger here is the best chicken burger you're gonna get in the whole city. That's a pretty big claim, so I'm here to test it out and see whether it's that amazing as people say it is. First off, let's go with the falafel wrap. This is a falafel XL, okay? Look at how massive this thing is. I mean, this is my face. It's massive compared to my face, but he literally just deep fries the falafel, puts on hummus, puts on a lot of different sauces, and puts it in this tortilla wrap that you have right here. Let's go ahead and give it a try. That is one very good falafel. Falafel is super nice and crispy. To be fair, I've had falafel that's better, but it's not too dry. What I love about the falafel is that it's not too dry, and you sort of crushed it just a little bit, so it sort of crumbles and it's not too hard to bite through. It's also a little bit moist inside, and you get that flavor. However, I do feel that if they spiced up this falafel a bit more, it might be a little better. I didn't go too much spice in it. I got a lot of crispiness, got quite a bit of oiliness, but not as much spice as I like usually in my falafel. So maybe a bit more spiciness in the falafel would make it perfect, but otherwise, a pretty standard good falafel wrap here in Ljubljana. Now, what I'm really excited about, this crispy chicken burger. I mean, I've heard amazing things, and everyone who's a student who comes here, they get the crispy chicken burger. That's how popular it is. So, without further ado, gotta get a big bite. Oh my god, it's literally stuffed. Like, he literally stuffs it with everything, like little cabbage, onions, lettuce, everything. So that's why things are like literally falling out of it. But without further ado, let's go ahead and give this a try. I know why they say this is the best crispy chicken burger in all of Ljubljana, and to be honest, I'm pretty sure I would agree. The crispy chicken is so crispy because they keep the skin on. From what I taste, there's a bit of skin still on there, and it's fried to perfection. It's juicy on the inside, and then there's a hint of spiciness. I chose to add a little bit of spicy sauce, and it's just perfect. The chicken is so crispy. Like, they really make crispy chicken burger. It's not just any chicken burger, it's a crispy chicken burger. And it literally punches, like, I think you can hear how crispy that chicken sort of patty is. It's super, super nice and juicy on the inside. The vegetables, standard, nice, crispy, fresh. But that chicken, oh man, no wonder people say it's the best in town. I understand why. That is some of the best chicken you're going to find here in Ljubljana. I have to say, for the price of 13 euros for all of this, it's not a bad price considering the massive portions that we have. That's why students come here and eat. That's why students usually get the student deal during lunchtime. And honestly, great portions, and they're open very late in the night. So if you're hungry at 2 a.m. and you want something to eat, this is probably the best place to go. Well, with that, I think that concludes our food tour here in the incredible city of Ljubljana, Slovenia. I have to say the food today has been exceptional. Everything we've tried has been incredible. From the very first thing we tried today, that buckwheat flour Struklji. And then after that, we went to that cafeteria, some incredible beef, the potato salad, tried a lot of very interesting things that I've never thought I would have here in Slovenia. And then, oh my god, the desserts here have been incredible. The gibanica was amazing. And then that crispy chicken sandwich that we had earlier. I mean, this place has so much incredible, authentic food. And, you know, if you watch my previous Slovenia street food tour, you'll know there are sausages here that are also really incredible. And we didn't even try that today. So this place just has so much to offer. Stews, meats, potatoes. I mean, I never thought they could put vinegar and potato and call that a potato salad. Never has been my conception of a potato salad, but what an incredible day it's been. With that, I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. I hope you guys have enjoyed this street food tour here from Slovenia. If you enjoyed it, definitely give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more food and travel videos. I'll see you all on the next one. Bye guys.